Hey guys, and welcome to today's First Impressions video, the video game series in which we look at a recently released game and I give you my first thoughts and impressions on it. Today we're looking at Tower of the Sage, which is a deck building game that reminds me a lot about Darkest Dungeon with the art style and the combat style as well. The idea is that you work your way through a map and you've got various stages and matches that you've got to go through in order to complete your deck, get stronger, learn new abilities, and get through to the end. This is in early access, so bear that in mind. There are some things that definitely could be added and changed, and hopefully with early access those changes will come. On the whole though, I am very impressed with this game. I absolutely adore the art style, and I think that whilst it is very simple, what it does very well. As always, we'll look at the settings first and then we'll jump straight into the game and I can show you everything that this has to offer. So let's not waste any more time, let's jump straight into it. Alright, settings. As you can see, there really isn't a lot to talk about here. There's not a huge amount going on, but then it's a 2D game, I wouldn't really expect anything. One thing I can say is that it looks like it doesn't actually save my settings that I chose earlier. I put it on VSync and take it texture to Epic. I came out and it reverted back to default. So it'd be nice if they actually changed that to make it actually stick. Outside of that, you've got your window size, your gamma, windowed mode, and effects. Not really a huge amount to talk about here. Not really a huge amount going on in the game, but it would be nice if they added some more options, maybe some accessibility options, a few more frame rate options maybe, and just some higher optimization issues as well, just to ensure that this really can run on anything. That being said, let's look at the gameplay. Alright then, so this is the map. This is the screen that it takes you on. As you can see, you've got your overall health here. You can move up and down the map with your WAS and D keys, and you can see the routes that you can take, the possible branches, and the end result. It starts you all the way down here where you've got two options. I've obviously taken the first to the bottom right, and I'm going to be interested to see if I can go down and around, or whether I'm going to have to go up and only in one direction. It would be a bit disappointing if that is the case, because otherwise I already can't go to a lot of these like mini boss areas and stuff, and I'm hoping that I can explore the entire map to really get as much out of it as possible before I can go to the boss. Outside of the map, you can go here to your tomes where you can choose a talent which will give you a new card when you level up. As you can see, I've got 3 unspent XP, which means I'm assuming that, yeah, it's 1 XP per training. So we're going to go for Summoner. As you can see, it will give you a card that you can choose from. We will go with Venomous Serpents. And then I'm assuming that I've still got 2. So we can go to Necromancy here. We'll take a Soul Drain. And then we'll go for Ignite here. And we will take an Ignite there. Outside of that, you've got your deck, and this shows you all the cards available, and it will basically cycle through on each turn, which I will show you in a minute. But you can see all the cards you've got and the mana that they're going to cost each as well. Now, because we're fairly early game, a lot of these don't cost a lot of mana, which means you get to play a fair few. The strategy that I've been employing for most of the game is chuck out a skeleton, and then just strike and use a shield or a defend before the end of the turn to keep the skeleton alive, so I can just keep dealing damage. Obviously this technique isn't going to work all the way through, and we are getting new cards to help really apply a bit more pressure to the enemy. And that really is all there is to the setup. You've got your items here, you've got your healing potion and your mana blade, but we're going to jump straight into the match here. Now this is the battle screen, the combat screen. I'm really a big fan. Like, I love the art style, I love the animation in it. There is one thing that I didn't like when I was choosing my character, because you've got a choice of 3, only 2 are available. But whenever you changed the character, it would screen shake really badly. Didn't like that, wasn't a fan. I really hope they take that out. Now, this is a pretty standard deck builder. You've got your mana count here. I don't know if there's going to be a way that we can increase that over time. I'm assuming that going through the map will maybe give us a bonus that will allow us to do that. You've got your deck here. As you can see, I've got 9 cards available. And then you've got your discard pile here as well. So, what we're going to do is we're going to knock out Venomous Serpents, and we're going to put on a Soul Drain as well. No, we're not, because there's no point. We'll just hit him. We'll use Soul Drain next if we are able to get through it, because eventually what we'll do is we will regain the health that we have lost. Now we'll knock out our skeleton, and this Cloak of Shadows is really good for next time as well, because we gain block chance every time we play it. Now, obviously I'm burning through cards pretty quickly here, but we've got a skeleton out and it should be fine. What I like is the fact that it doesn't take you through a tutorial for this. It is pretty self-explanatory, and if you have played enough of these sort of card games and deck builders, you're going to be aware. Obviously, this is going to be a problem if you're a new player, and it would be nice if they did add a tutorial in. But as an experienced player of deck builders, I'm a fan of not having to go through a really long and arduous tutorial when I already know basically what's going to happen. So, we're just going to try and defeat this guy as quickly as possible. We always play a defend at the end because it keeps the armor up on the skeleton, which means that he's tanking all of the damage that this guy is going to try and send through, and he also hits for a decent amount as well. Now we can put the block on, and we will hit him for 7, and then we will put another defend up just to keep him going, and we win the match. It really is that simple. I've not gone across anything that's been too difficult, although again with deck builders and RNG I can see it getting really difficult really fast. Overall, big fan of this game. It's simple but effective. It would be nice if they made a couple of UI changes, maybe adding some more options and getting rid of the screen shake. Overall though, very impressed. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I shall see you all next time. Ciao ciao.